Hello everyone, and welcome to the Dice Commando YouTube channel. I'm Andrew, with you here as always. This is the Commando News Network, where we cover news, updates, and happenings from around the world of gaming and other related areas. This video and others like this one are possible thanks to viewers like you. Please show your support with a like and subscribe, and be sure to hit the bell notification icon so you don't miss any new videos. If you want to get involved with the channel, consider becoming a channel member. There are many benefits to channel membership, including access to our Discord, exclusive deck tech and strategy videos, and the opportunity to help create channel content. I want to sincerely thank all our channel members, as I truly couldn't do this without your support. You guys rock. Go Commando. Hello everyone, and welcome to Dice Commando and the Commando News Network. Today is July 2nd, 2020, coming to you a day earlier than normal due to the holiday weekend in the States, which of course I do plan to observe. So we had kind of a slow week across the area, except for basically everyone except for Flesh and Blood, who really had a huge week. So we'll spend quite a bit of time on them today. But first, let's go in and talk about the in-flight report announced by Fantasy Flight Games. This isn't specific to one of their games. This is generally their showcase that they do every year at Gen Con for all of their games. Now, as many of you know, Gen Con, of course, is canceled. They are doing like an online version of it. And in that spirit, Fantasy Flight, again, they announced it on July 27th at 7 p.m. Central Time, right? So that'll be 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific, or you'll have to convert that wherever you are in the world. This will be something, they're streaming it live on Twitch. This will be something to, even if you don't catch it live, it'll be something to pay attention to, because this, again, it's primarily where they showcase really kind of their product for the upcoming year, right? Not necessarily everything that's going to come out, but generally, if they don't talk about a product line in this, that doesn't look great for that product line, and we typically will see some new product announcement. Maybe not this year with everything going on COVID, but at least this is something very exciting to watch. I will actually be live streaming this as well on my channel and just kind of chatting about stuff as it develops. Not all of it applies to stuff that we talk about here or necessarily stuff that we care about, but the Fantasy Flight Games across the board is, it's a big deal, especially for this channel. So this week for Flesh and Blood was pretty big, and primarily the reason was their feature on Team Covenant. So for those of you who are not familiar, Team Covenant is a group out of Oklahoma. They have a fairly large online presence. They do live streams regularly of different games. So with FAB getting on board and entering into what appears to be a partnership with them is actually a pretty big deal, right? So what I'm showing right now is the article from Covenant's page, which is linkable on fabtcg.com, where they talk about how they're introducing Flesh and Blood, how they like it, how it's a great game, which is all the stuff we already know. What's important through this, though, is if you read down there, here's what our official support for Flesh and Blood means. Free $0 welcome decks for learning the game, so that means that you can probably go on their site and order one of the IRA decks. I'm assuming it's the IRA deck still. No reason I would think they'd need something else there. What's big to note here is a Flesh and Blood sealed booster box subscription is also now available. And for the first time in our history, we'll include a subscriber-exclusive promo card with every set. Being a Covenant subscriber is the only way to get these cards. So that's very interesting that they're doing that, right? Because a game like FAB that is so good into promoting the LGSs, right? I mean, it's a very draft-friendly game. In fact, that's one of my favorite ways to play the game is draft limited. So having that that you would basically be promoting someone to go buy from someone else is an interesting move on the LGS front. Now, again, from a FAB standpoint, I get that they're trying to break into the U.S. real hard, and a smart way to do that is Team Covenant. So I don't fault them at all. And these may not end up being game-exclusive promos, or they may be like that Go Bananas promo that's technically not game playable. We don't know what this looks like. Maybe they're just like full arts or something like that, right? So we don't know what the impacts are there. No reason to panic here. But just from my side, right, Team Covenant here, bringing this will help get a lot of people's attention. But remember that with everything going on for small and local businesses, there is no more important time to support your LGS than right now. So please don't forget that. Please be buying your product from your LGS if at all possible for you. So also looking just at articles coming out on their website, two more were added. Two more upcoming articles that we haven't seen yet are actually added to their list of stuff pending. The first one is introducing Blitz. So this could mean a lot of things. A lot of the speculation I'm seeing is that it looks more like a short game. For those of you who remember when Amy and I were first starting playing the game, we actually used the young heroes, right, with only the 20 health, just to kind of, even just in a constructed format, just to kind of help the games move faster. That's potentially what something like this is, or maybe it's some other more aggressive way, like no card limits or something like that. So we'll be very interested to see what that ends up being. It did have a date of 3rd of July 2020. Remember, that's New Zealand, so it's actually already that there. It's not published as of the time of this, but I'm sure by next week we'll have a lot more to talk about. And then the last thing on there, of course, is product announcement coming soon. This I don't think is, of course, the Crucible expansion, so I think we'll probably get some, like, I don't know, small expansion or small set or something like that. So that's very exciting and a lot of stuff to really be looking forward to for Flesh and Blood. This last weekend was our Dice Commando team member tournament. We did that on Sunday morning. We had 19 players there duking it out. We went 5 rounds of Swiss, was just what we capped, just based on time limits. We actually ended up having 4 players tie at the 4-1 record. Jedi ended up taking it down. He was playing Raylo, followed by Rebel Trader, who was playing Forlom Grievous Sentinel. Sarah Evans was playing Phasma, Death Trooper, and Retribution, so super sexy deck there. Hoping to get a list for that one, actually. And then Davey DTD was doing really well also with his Darth Bane Anakin Skywalker. That's Apprentice Anakin from the draft kit, as well as Rule of 2. So we had a bunch of really creative decks going on, bunch of fun play. Thank you everyone for participating. Those videos, of course, are actually rolling right now on the channel, releasing daily as you would expect. In other Star Wars Destiny news, we did have an announcement finally come out of the Renewed Hope Committee. I know we've been kind of in a holding pattern waiting for FFG to basically do anything and kind of move on because, right, remember, it's important. Renewed Hope doesn't want to release stuff on top of FFG because then it looks like there's a conflict and we could potentially get into trouble, right? So the announcement from Renewed Hope, Agent Zion post getting closer to playtesting. He, of course, means for set 11, right, which would come after Wild Horizons. Getting closer to playtesting, my current estimate is that we will start 11th of June 2020. If you want to be considered to be on that team, be sure to apply. Same application form as before, so if you already applied, no need to do so again. Then he has a Google Docs link there. Please make sure to go check that out. Remember, they do have a website. They have a Discord. There are multiple ways to get the information, but I'm also committed to bringing you guys that here. So again, if there's something you're interested in, get involved, check it out, and help us move that stuff forward. For Star Wars Legion, there was no news of note across the board, except that I was able to get a hold of my Cassian and K2SO. I picked that up at Gongai this week, so I'll be doing an unboxing and unboxing video of these guys this week. So we have that to look forward to. So that's it for this week. Thank you guys for joining me for the quick updates. For those of you in the States and actually in Canada, having your own holiday weekend, of course. Want to wish everyone the best. Please stay safe. For those of you across the world, please also stay safe and have a good time, even if it's not a holiday weekend. Thank you very much for joining me, and go Command.